Welcome to day 89 of the 300 movie challenge. Today we watched the highest grossing film of October 2001, which was Training Day. Um, huh.
Yeah.
Another Pulp Fiction wannabe, I guess.
It
Well,
was kind of like what
it didn't feel like a
mentioned.
pulp. It felt, out of all of these Pulp Fiction wannabes, it was the most Pulp Fiction-y, but at the same time, to me, it didn't feel like a wannabe. Like, it didn't feel like a ripoff. It was doing its own kind of thing, but it did definitely take inspiration and feel like a very similar film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't really have like I guess even though the characters in Pulp Fiction you didn't like them, they were at least entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is some humor, very dark humor, but there's humor in it. Here it's just like one person bullying the other person for almost the entire movie.
Yeah, like, throughout the whole movie, I was wondering, kind of like, wait a minute, like, this is just, like, unpleasant.
Yeah.
But then, like, at the end, because again, through, like, 80-90% of the movie, you don't really know what's going on.
No, you don't really know where it's going.
You don't know where it's going at all, and you don't really know, like, is it trying to make me feel sympathetic for this person? Is it trying to make me dislike this person? You know what I mean? You don't really know what emotion you're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
again, it feels like it should be one thing, but maybe not, and you're like, I don't know. And so, it's, even though it is unpleasant, how the movie turns out to be, it's kind of like, it kind of validates the unpleasantness. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? Like, it makes sense once you get to the end, right?
Yeah.
In terms of the emotion and the context and stuff. The thing is, again, getting there is unpleasant, right?
Yeah.
So it's because, again, like, the thing with Pulp Fiction is that, like, at the end of the movie, you don't know what the fuck to think, right?
Yeah.
And this, it's like, once it ends, you kind of know where things are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it makes more sense, I guess, in that way. And it kind of validates the unpleasant aspects of it, but yeah, it's still unpleasant. So I don't
I'm
know.
not really sure how to feel about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
'Cause
know.
I feel like it was definitely way more serious than Pulp Fiction. But then on the other spectrum, we watched LA Confidential, which was also really serious, but that was way more entertaining and much easier to follow, too.
Right.
I did like not Pulp, L.A. Confidential more.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But I really, this is like the most I don't know about, like, this movie I think I've felt so far. I'm just so unsure because, again, it's like, it's not just because I feel multiple ways. Again, that sort of validation at the end about, like, that was the point, was that it was supposed to be unpleasant and it was supposed to be uncomfortable. It's like, it kind of makes sense, but it still doesn't, like, take away that it was unpleasant. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's better than if it just, like, ended, without that kind of thing, and you're just left wondering, like, why was I supposed to like that guy? What? You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
But then on the
okay.
other hand, it's just like, why would you watch this movie
Yeah,
again?
exactly. It's like,
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I'm so split on this. I will say that, like, the objective aspects of it, like, the film, the actual filmmaking aspects of it, and, like, how it's shot, and, like, there isn't really a soundtrack besides, like, I mean, there's some stereos in the background, but besides that, there's, like, this kind of underlying, like, sound through, like, a lot of the scenes that kind of, builds tension and stuff like that, and that's done, again, objectively, it's done well. So it's a well-made movie. It's just, yeah, is this kind of the thing you would want to watch? And it's like, not really. But
No.
it's not.
It's like not a
know.
movie you would want to watch with friends. It's not a movie you would want to watch alone. It's not a movie you would want to watch when you're bored and have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, again, the thing with Pulp Fiction, at least, is that, like, since you don't really know what to think, you can kind of, like, use that in terms of, like, theorizing stuff or trying to like kind of really work things
Right.
out.
Yeah, so
This-
you would.
At the end of this movie, like, okay, you get it now, right? You know what it's
Yeah.
about. Okay, cool. But then it's like, okay, well now what?
Yeah.
Right? I just sat through, an hour and 45 minutes of unpleasantness, followed by 15 minutes of, oh, okay, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it bad? Huh? You know what I mean? I don't really know, and it's, I'm really.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but this takes place over an entire day? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it seems to be the idea.
It's one day.
This is one day.
It's just like,
Dang.
how did all of this happen in one day?
I
know,
never
I don't
felt
think-
like I didn't feel like it was like too fake on that for the one day. Like it is a tough balance. Like it's definitely a lot. Like for example, this is a completely random topic, but like Batman Arkham Asylum is supposed to take place in one night. Okay,
Mhm.
Oh, well.
I can kind of that's a bit of a stretch, but I can believe it. Okay.
Mm.
Batman Arkham City is also supposed to take place in one night. That I don't believe. Because again, just going through the game, because there's like more content in that game, and like the story is like more spread out over multiple things, that you're just like, this is too much, right? But so this is kind of one of the things where it's like it's a lot, but I don't like, I don't feel like that's wrong. I don't know. I'm just so unsure. Again, comparing, do I like this more than Pulp Fiction? I don't know, honestly. Because again, I kind of do like that sort of vindication aspect of it at the end. But again, like I said, that doesn't take away the previous stuff, and
Because Pulp Fiction had, like, other things that, like,
Yeah.
boosted it up.
Right.
so I don't know at all what to say about this.
I just feel kind of lost
Yeah.
in terms of like my feelings and opinion, and I'm just like, the only thing I know for certain is that I'm not gonna watch it again.
No.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I'm not even sure how to like word the recommendation or like whatever.
Yeah, I
it's
don't know.
supposed to
There
be.
is no recommendation.
Well, I guess
It's like,
if you like Pulp Fiction a lot, you might like this. Then again, I could see you not liking this. If you just because it's similar. Okay, in terms of Pulp Fiction, it's similar in tone
Right.
yeah.
and the kind of stuff to do with criminals and stuff like that. But I mean that's super vague. The again how the story actually plays out is definitely different.
Yeah.
And the characters the main black guy is kind of in this is he's kind of channeling the characters of Samuel Jackson and John Travolta somewhat, but otherwise it's it is different. That's why I said it doesn't feel like a rip-off, right?
Right.
But it's very this is very strange. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's very
There's really not
strange
much
There really-
emotion.
Yeah.
To say.
There's not much to even say afterward. It's
We-
like, what can you... He was basically insulting the other guy for the entire movie.
Yeah.
He made him do things. He made him take, like, the PCP laced weed or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he was like trying to get him to shoot this guy, and like other stuff, and yeah. Again, it's like it's so strange because how the movie portrays it for like a long time, you're not sure how you're like, wait, am I supposed to like this guy? Like you
Yeah.
don't know because he does kind of joke around, and he's kind of has that air of like, I know what's up, I'm cool, So it's like you don't know, and if anything, the movie kind of uses that to its advantage because again, like you legitimately don't know what's going to happen,
Right.
but at the same time, again, it's like it comes back to what I've said this like 5 times now. It's still unpleasant.
Yeah.
So
It's just an unpleasant movie.
yeah, and it's not unpleasant in a bad way. It's just unpleasant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, there's your review. I don't know what else to say. Oh God, it's like, why does October have so many of these like weird crime movies?
I don't
I'm just
know.
gonna go into a corner now.
I
Like
don't
seriously,
know.
let me like look at the list because
Someone please explain to me why my month is cursed.
because like they're not even necessarily like super bad or anything. They're just odd. It's like, yeah, Pulp Fiction, Get Shorty, Sleepers, Devil's Advocate.
Not really.
Not a little bit, but not really. Kind of in tone, a little bit similar. Okay, Life is Beautiful. No.
Very different.
Three Kings. Nah.
Life is Beautiful is
totally.
so far my favorite movie in October.
Yeah. Tonally, actually, Three Kings in terms of tone is not. It's a little. It's kind of close.
It's not too much off.
Okay, Meet the Parents is totally different.
Yeah.
Still shit though. And then yeah, then we have this. What else even is there? Okay, well that's not. That's not.
Oh, great.
That's not.
No.
That's not. That one's okay. I think this is.
I think so.
So that's another one. Oh well. Yeah, that's okay.
That's something else.
Oh,
Oh.
great. October is just
Interesting.
cursed. That's,
Oh, that's a good movie.
wonderful.
That's I don't know.
Great.
There's that. And oh, okay.
Okay, that's
And
a
then
good
there's,
movie.
there's that
No.
and that
Okay.
and whatever this is. And oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And then who knows?
Who knows?
So okay, it seems like there's probably like there's one more, maybe like two more that are like this for October. But still, it's just
Great.
so bizarre. It's like, why?
I'm not looking forward to the rest of the Octobers.
It's so odd. Yeah, and again, the things that actually replace it are in October instead are not necessarily good things either. Yeah. So that was
I think there's
that was
much
a
else to
movie.
say. Yeah.
It was a movie that yeah. Oh God, hiccup.
Oh! That was something else entirely.
Well, next month we start a big one.
Yes.
I'm happy.
A big one that I have no knowledge of. Well, okay. I have seen like one scene that I have no context of.
Okay.
So, yeah. But this is going to be interesting to actually get into this because I know so little about this in terms of the actual story and anything like that. I know what like everyone knows because everyone knows it. But it's going to be interesting to see
How it plays out.
see how it plays out. So we'll probably have more to say for that one than this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
So that's something, but I guess we're done for now.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. We're so unsure about literally everything now.
Unsure of bye.
Whatever.